Hello and welcome back to Wario Land 3, this is Wario Enchanted, and today we're going to be getting a few more chests. I expected to get more than I did, but then these 3 chests I get in this video were just exhausting. So for now we need to figure out what we can do here. We can lift this bear, because there's a building we haven't really explored very much in this area, which is of course the building to the left, because we've kind of done everything we can on the right. So if we bring this guy up here, we can actually use an aspect of his behaviour that doesn't really get explored much, which is kind of cool, but we need to actually throw him onto the ledge, because otherwise that top of that ledge will of course bounce him off it. I quite like his little expression as well when he gets picked up, he's so confused. But yeah, bounce him onto the ledge without avoid accidentally bouncing him off, careful. And this is it, he can hit you through this grate. And we need to be Ice Wario to destroy this, because they can only be destroyed by stats effect Warios. There's nowhere else for it to go. Now we can actually go into the building on the left, which before was only really home to the grey chest on the bottom floor, but now we can get into the top floor. So this is a bit of a climb that we have to do multiple times, but I'm only going to show the full climb for the first pass because it takes a while. Just to show you how the climb, how the climb works. And this is why this particular one was a little bit annoying, because this is a pretty reasonably big climb to have to do multiple times, and because of the way this puzzle's laid out, you do kind of end up needing to, unless you are perfect the first time. But of course we need to get him up here. There we go. And now we have to get him through here. And that shortcut's going to be very helpful because we have to go into this room a lot. So now we've raised those blocks, but we can see the green key, it's really teasing us. But we can't get there yet, so we need to break these donut blocks, because if you take a look at these tracks, if this is in the other position, then even approaching from above, the donut blocks would actually be in the way, so we wouldn't be able to get past the now down blocks. So we do need to destroy those, so we need to find a way of doing that. And yeah, falling during these sequences is a big pain, you have to go through the whole thing again, it's so annoying. That jump is giving me trouble for some reason, I don't know why I did that. But this wasn't the puzzle that exhausted me to the extent that I didn't really want to keep playing anymore, but this is just like a bit of a prelude. This isn't really too bad, it's just a matter of doing things one step at a time and being careful not to screw it up. And these guys are they're tricky, but they're kind of fun. You just need to get the timing really right, which is quite difficult to do. And for this one, it's kind of best to go under it first, but it's kind of hard to have it at the right height. It needs to be quite high to be able to actually hit the switch. Then of course too high and you'll bounce off it and waste time. I'm just having a lot of trouble with the buttons here. For some reason the jump wouldn't register properly. Or maybe I just wasn't pressing it hard enough, I don't know what happened there, but I had trouble. But now this is down, we can go further up past these donut blocks. Which are of course also blocking the way between them when they're in the other position. So we can't go all the way down there from either position, really. So here I was kind of hoping I'd be able to use this early, but no, you can't break these blocks with Fire Wario, you can only charge them, which is a shame. So let's do this first, and now we can go further. Also, something rather amusing as well that I noticed in a menu in this recording, I actually have 999 coins, which is the maximum you can hold. So the golf game's unloaded. Yeah, it's always quite annoying having to wait for the Fire Wario to burn out before you can actually do the next thing. It's just a little bit annoying. But now, of course, high jump up here. These bats will be useful later, but for now, they're just a hazard. We of course need to get up there. But that's where the chest is. We haven't got to the key yet. And that's where this guy comes in. So we need to be falling at a very specific position though, because of course we need to fall down to donut blocks as Fat Wario, but we need to be careful how we do it. Wasted the jump doing that. And I miss. Have to do it again. That's not enough, that's a start, but they'll still be blocked. So we need to break all sets of those donut blocks, so we do need to fall at least twice, which is quite annoying. Because it really is a puzzle that's designed to make you do it multiple times, but now that those are destroyed, we can set the switch to the other position. Let's hit in there and do that, shall we? You can kind of tell that I've been practicing this room between during this multiple failed attempts, can't you? So I'm getting a lot better at these blue things. Really, it's just a matter of patience and not trying to rush it. But after a long time trying to do a puzzle, it can be tempting to try and rush it. But here we go, this box would have been blocking that, but now we can get to the key. Ooh. Big green coins. Those are worth a lot. Of course, now we need to get back up, but that's a lot easier. It's kind of funny as well that when you get rid of the donut blocks, that guy just falls. As soon as he spawns, he just falls, because he's meant to be on the blocks, so that's quite funny. We're nearly back. One more set should do it. You may notice I accidentally hit that switch twice. Whoops. Don't quite know how it happened, but somehow I kind of double bumped it. Which is always a little embarrassing. But there we go. It's probably because when I rammed into the caterpillar, I might have bounced a second time without realising it. But that's just me making sure the switch is actually up this time, so that I can use the blocks to get up there. So let's jump into these bats. And avoid the water while flying to the top left. I do like Bat Wario, it's very cute. Especially when you're just kind of flapping around on the ground as well. It's weirdly relatable because bats can be quite clumsy. But here we have a second eye. We actually got one of these ages ago. I just never found the second one. So now we've got both of the golden eyes. We can access the golden snake door, which is of course in a very familiar location. The Tower of Revival. And that means we can finally climb all the way to the top and see what the final chest there involves. The blue chest. So let's get back up here for the last time before we get the coins. Of course, the worst thing about the coins is the fact that we'll have to solve all these really annoying puzzles again, but it will be for the last time, and at least I know how to do them. So that'll be fair enough. And it also means that going into all the older rooms won't be a waste of time anymore, because I'll still need to go into those to get the coins. But I've got a lot better at this first room, though. We're going to show the whole climb because it's been a while since we've done it. It's kind of annoying to try and get that all the way over to the right though, because you do need to be able to get over that little pit coming up. So you have to kind of like do a bit of a cheeky thing here to be able to hit it from the other side of the pit like that. There we are. Now we can get the rest of the way more easily. There's the first snake door, we're just passing it now. The next one's much further up. And of course, here's why we need the furnace. That's a speedrun strat, you know, it's called a wasting time skip. Just in case you don't want to completely break your own records. It's what people use to be modest. Yeah, it's quite annoying that this particular area is kind of designed to bounce you all the way to the right if you're screwing up. But you only need to go to a single place, so we don't need to go all the way to the top this time. We just need to go over to the left here for the door. If you can finally solve the final puzzle here, which is the most annoying puzzle in the game so far and in the video. This is a puzzle that was just like, you know what, I just want to do a couple of chests and I'm done, because this puzzle is so annoying trying to get up this ladder with these things bouncing. But I also learned if you jump there, you despawn the one below, which is good because there's one above also. And this little guy is so frequently at a bad cycle, so this little guy almost always caught me at the top of the ladder, forcing me all the way back down again. It was a pain. But of course, we need to drop down to get the keys, so that means we have to go all the way back up. And then up even further. It's such a pain doing this little puzzle. It's just so annoying to do. But of course, now we need to get hit by the little totem creature. I do kind of like as well, the green ones flatten you and the blue ones bring you back up again. That's, well, I guess re-inflate you. Or straighten you out, or chiropractic, I guess, whatever they're doing. But of course, this is a similar puzzle to before. We have to migrate the bear. But we need to make some room first. This is quite a fun room though, because I quite like all these rooms where you get all these like blocks to make. It's just fun to make all the blocks and things. It's just quite satisfying to just have a bunch of blocks and just go, you know what, they're not going to be here anymore. But now we've made some space. Let's get the blue bear up there. And luckily those ledges are here as well that only enemies can stay on. Which means we can't accidentally bump the polar bear all the way back down. But here's what we need this guy for, actually, to become Wool Wario. But the problem is, the wool wears out too quickly. Was it because we were blocked? Let's try again, just in case. Nope. This is actually kind of a clever little puzzle because we have to migrate the bear up. That's done. Now we have to migrate the caterpillar down. Because we need more time as yarn. Or at least we need to be closer to the goal. Just skip through this, we have to break that one. So this should be close enough. So let him get his revenge now. And there we are, the blue chest. Final chest in Tower Revival. And what does it do? Key. Wonder what this key does. A new level? This is actually the last level in the game as well. We've finally unlocked all the levels now. So let's check out what Above the Clouds is like. Got some pretty fun music, and I quite like all the little balloons as well, it's just fun. And the grey chest is right at the beginning, so we just need to find the key. Now this is a bit of one of those sections. I do decide to do the minigame here, partly to show off all the coins I have, but also because I don't know which chest it's in the way of. So I figure I'll just do it now, just so it's done. So this way, I hopefully won't have to do it again when I come back through here. It's called the Just Get Out the Way skip. So that's done. So now we have to climb up these flashing platforms. The idea, of course, being there are 2 states in which you can land on them. So of course you have to time your jumps so that you're actually on them in a solid state. Luckily, because it cycles in 3 clicks, it gives you a bit of leeway, so there's time to get on and off the platforms, because they kind of go from solid to semi-solid to not solid to semi-solid to solid again. So it's quite generous, which is nice. It's just a nice chill level as well. And of course there are stars here, but we don't need to go that way, because all the way just right in here is where the silver key is. The trick though isn't getting the key, the trick's getting back out. I quite like this whole area inside the cloud as well. It's a very fun aesthetic. It's a very chill level in general, this, but these pink things are annoying. But one thing I learned though is if you actually kill them by knocking them off by actually hitting them when they're down, they go away permanently. So I was able to clear a bunch of them to make this series of jumps, because these guys are annoying because they keep zapping you. For example, that one hopefully won't come back. At least not as effectively as it would have done. So yeah, it's much clearer now. So this isn't really that difficult a thing. The most difficulty is just from those pink things knocking you around and zapping you. So I've learned a really good strat here is just to keep slamming. As soon as you land, just land in a slam. Because that way you'll knock down the pink things, you don't have to have that happen and knock you that far down again. That's so annoying. The levels are well designed enough that when you get hit, you really get punished. Because it's clearly they did that on purpose. And spaced it that way on purpose. And some of them give you mercy, but some of them don't. But this is a nice little chill final puzzle though, to wrap up the day after that awful ladder climb. Hopefully there won't be anything quite as annoying as that ladder climb in future, but we'll see. And here we are. Let's grab that key. We'll grab that chest rather. And we have a green crayon. Yeah, even though it looks like there should be a lot more room for coins, there really are only 999 you can hold at once. But we'll notice the green crayon actually colours in the hill now. So that's quite pretty. There's also a good marker as well, because if you take a look at our treasure list, we seem to have all the crayons now. And we also have 75 out of 100 treasures, that's quite a lot. So join me next time as we start to knock down the last 25 treasures. So many treasures. So I'll see you then. Goodbye. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and also join my Patreon. Thank you for James Rossi for already doing so at the Bio Enchanted Legs tier.